fall is here, and that means one thing. It is marathon season. And you're going to be seeing a lot of races and a lot of maybe friends, acquaintances be able to run the race they've been grinding through during the spring and summer heat. This is the big reward. 42 kilometers, 26.2 miles of pure grinding, being able to get through it. And I've had a few marathons under my belt. So whether if you are thinking about signing for a marathon next year, or if this is your first marathon that you are doing this season, these are 5 things I wish I knew going into my first marathon training. The first one is just do it. As Nike says, just do it. Sign yourself up. Now, I'm not saying if you have not been training at all and if you're brand new to running, just go do a race in 2 months. No, I'm saying sign yourself up for something in a year. That's what I did. I was picking up running at the time. I was maybe running a 10K for my longest. And for a while, I was focused on losing weight. I used to be 315 pounds, so running was completely foreign to me. Especially long distances, could not even think about doing it at all. But I always wanted to do a marathon, and I never thought I could actually do it. Up until 1 October, I decided in 1 year, I'm going to run a race. I am going to sign myself up for the Grand Rapids 2023 marathon and do it. And that one act of signing me up where I knew I had to run the marathon in 12 months got me to stick on a training plan to say, you know what, I can do this. I can do it. I can accomplish one of my big ticket goals. Yes, it is daunting. Yes, if you're anything where I was all in my mind. Oh, I don't think I can. I'm not ready for it. I'm not sure. You are. You are worth it. You can do it. Believe in yourself. If you believe in yourself, you can accomplish things you have never imagined you could reach. You can reach heights that you would look at and say 2 years ago would be impossible. So trust yourself and look at a race for next fall and say, you know what? It seems a bit ambitious. I don't know if I can do it. But that's the great thing, is getting past that comfort zone and to saying, I don't feel comfortable. I'm constantly pushing myself. Well, one of the things that's great about marathon training is you get comfortable being uncomfortable. That level of discomfort means you are willing to put yourself out there. You're willing to try something. Could you fail? Maybe. But could you accomplish something that you would be proud of for the rest of your life? Yes. And so I strongly encourage you just to sign up for something in the next year and start taking baby steps towards trying to finish that race. The second thing I wish I knew was proper hydration during your long runs and especially the marathon. Now, if you are running a race right now, you are getting to the peak runs of maybe 20 miles, 32 kilometers, somewhere around there. This is the most you will run before the marathon itself. And believe it or not, when I trained for my first marathon, I did not hydrate at all during my runs, which looking back at it, I was shocked how I was able to finish it. I would actually set out at 5:30 a.m. on a August or September morning and run for 2.5, 3 hours and come back. And after each of my long runs, whether it be 30 kilometers, 18 miles, 20 miles, I would actually stop sweating because I wouldn't be drinking at all during that run. I didn't have a water backpack. I didn't have a water bladder, or I didn't have a water bottle to actually hold on to sip along the way. There were no water fountains on my run, so I just got out and ran because that's what I always did. Like, well, I'll just go out and run 5 miles. So I didn't actually think about needing to hydrate during my long runs. Which, newsflash, if you're out running for an hour, 90 minutes, 2 hours, bring something to hydrate with. Your body needs it. When you stop sweating, that's a sign of heat stroke. I wasn't aware of that. I just thought, wow, I'm really tired. And for the rest of the day, I would be exhausted, not wanting to move. But that's because I just put my body through so much. I just ran almost a whole marathon without drinking any water. And so don't do that. invest in a running water bottle or invest in a water backpack or a water bladder where you're able to wear it, continually sip during your runs, and be able to properly hydrate. Yes, could it slow you down from the added weight? Sure, but don't care about that. It does not matter. What's more important is, are you able to finish your training? You are doing brand new distances your body's never done up to this point. It's going through a level of shock. It's what's going on? I don't know how to handle this. I've never physically gone 25 kilometers in a run before. Like, what's going on? And so it's more important for you to properly hydrate and properly take nutrition along the way. Take some running gels, and just, yes, you might be a little slower, but no one cares about pace. It's all about getting to the end. It's about accomplishing it. And again, if you're running your marathon, drink enough water. Check out how many water stations there are. Some of the ones I've ran have water stations every 2 miles. Take fluids at every station. You might not feel like it, but I noticed during my races, when I start feeling thirsty, I'm already dehydrated, so you want to stay ahead of that. So take some water, take some Gatorade, take some electrolytes at whatever station they have, and just sip on it for a little bit, because you will regret it not taking it in that very moment. Number three is knowing how a proper training plan goes. So actually, for my first race, I didn't follow any training plan. I just ran to what I thought was good. So I would do my long runs every Saturday. And I started in June with, I want to run 11 miles. The week after, 13. The week after, 15. The week after, 17. The week after, 19. So I just constantly increased those long runs by 2 miles at a time, and I would be so sore during the week. I would maybe do one small run on a Tuesday and maybe one on Thursday, depending on how sore it was. I'm talking about maybe 3 or 4 miles. And so Sunday, Monday wouldn't run. I'd be too sore to run. Tuesday, I could maybe do a little bit. Wednesday, really sore. Thursday, maybe a little bit. Friday, I'm recovering from the long run. And Saturday, I'm out, just continue, hit a new pace I've never hit, hitting a new distance I've never hit, constantly trying to push myself. And so that just made me repeat the cycle of being sore and not being able to actually do a little bit during the week. A proper training plan will actually do 2 steps up and a half step down. So you might be pushing yourself for 2 weeks, but then the third week you're taking a lighter load, but it might be similar to that first step. And so while you do 2 steps forward, you take 1 step down, and over time you're still gaining ground, still gaining ground. But that deload week's really important for actually letting your body to recover, to let your legs get back, to let those muscles recover and regenerate, to be good to go, to continue to push. And so you should follow that. Don't do what I did and constantly arbitrarily increase your mileage by 2 miles on a long run, maybe a little bit on a Thursday, maybe a little bit on a Tuesday. Actually go out and say, okay, Monday's a rest day, Tuesday's a rest day, Wednesday, that's just for a nice, easy waddle at this rate. Thursday should be, you should know this going in instead of just making it up on the fly. And so if I was doing my first marathon again, I would definitely look out and Google running plans. What should I do for a marathon for my first one? Maybe you actually find plans you want to follow, or just, hey, do you have any advice on how to structure it? And again, do that 2 steps up, 1 step down approach for your training. The fourth thing I wish I knew going into my first marathon was how to properly fuel myself. Now, I knew carbs were important to eat in order to run long distances, but I didn't know how important having a good diet is week in and week out, especially during those high volume weeks, especially when you get to that first time of running 16 miles, 18 miles, 20 miles. Yes, I would eat a plate of pasta the night before because, okay, I'm going to carb load a little bit. But what I should have been doing is, Tuesday, what am I eating? Wednesday, what am I eating? Thursday, what am I eating? It's those days leading up to the long run that are actually really important for your performance too. It is getting your body to recover at a better rate. It's getting your body prepped for that Saturday long run. Think about this. If you're eating junk Monday through Friday, or say Monday through Thursday, and you eat well on Friday, well, between Monday and Thursday, your body's not recovering at the rate it needs to be. It's going through some levels of shock. It's like, whoa, what's going on? I need to be a lot better recovered. I have never experienced this before. And having a beneficial diet helps your body ever so bit, especially on each of those subsequent days. Where Friday, when you're prepping for your long run, you're in a better place. You are able to accomplish that long run and feel better afterwards. And I did not follow that. And I believe that's one of the reasons why in the following days, for the rest of Saturday, for the rest of Sunday, and for most of Monday, I was bedridden. Oh, I don't want to move. Everything hurts. I can barely walk up a flight of steps. Well, that's because I wasn't taking my nutrition seriously. I wasn't listening to my body. I wasn't doing the small things Monday through Thursday. I was just doing it on Friday, but I wasn't setting myself up for success. So I strongly encourage you, as you are beginning in the peaking parts of your program, as you're getting ready for your first marathon, listen and follow what you eat Monday through Thursday too. That's important for setting you up for success for Saturday or Sunday, depending on what day you're doing the long run on. And the last thing going into the marathon I wish I knew was following or going a little bit slower than your previous long run paces. So I didn't know what hitting the wall was. Now, there's a big thing for marathons if you've never talked about it or if you've never experienced it, where your body will just feel like you hit a wall. Your legs will be heavy. It feels like you're running through quicksand. Your body might get a little bit lightheaded and you're just like, oh, I don't want to do this. I want to stop. This just feels really bad. Well, that can happen for a number of things. One, it might be that your glycogen storages have gone through. What does that mean? Essentially, you've burned through all carbs and you're going through different forms of energy in your body, which is harder to process, especially as you're getting tired. And one of the things we're doing in our long runs is getting used to being able to use those storages for a long duration of time. And if we go out a bit quicker than we've trained, well, your body uses up more energy, but we're not used to using that energy at that pace for so long. And so your body ends up running out. And that's when you hit the wall and just want to stop. I have not had a single marathon where I just need a minute. I need 2 minutes to just recover, to think about my life, and just be able to force myself through this. And so that's why the saying goes, there are two races in a marathon. It's the first 20 miles and the last 6 miles. It's because you might train for that first 20 miles, but that last 6 is another monster in itself. So something I learned was go a little bit slower than your paces. Say if I ran a 9-minute pace for my last 20-mile run, go 9:15. Yes, it's a little bit slower, but the most important thing right now is, will you finish the race? Because that's what you're setting out to do right now. Is I want to accomplish something that I can look back 20 years and be proud of, to say, I did this. I was able to set out and accomplish a fantastic goal that such a sliver of the population will ever reach in their life. And so no one cares if you ran a 9-minute, 9:30, 10-minute mile, 11-minute mile. No one does. They just go, you ran a marathon? That's incredible, fantastic, great for you. How did you do it? What did you feel like? And ask you all these different questions. And that's what's important. Whatever you did for your previous long run pace going into your marathon, go a little bit slower. You will most likely have adrenaline because this is the big race. You're running with people, you're getting cheered on, that you might be able to push through the last 6 miles. But put yourself in the best position to avoid hitting that wall and being able to finish with a smile on your face as you cross that finish line. But as you are approaching that first marathon race, whether you're just signing up, you're thinking about doing it, or you're about to start it pretty soon, enjoy it. This is a special time, and it's going to be something you remember for the rest of your life, and you and your loved ones will cherish. But I hope you found something useful from today's video. Again, these are 5 things I wish I knew going into my first race, and I really hope you implement them in wherever you are into your plan. But I hope you check out some other videos on this channel that might be helpful to you. And if you did find this video useful, please like and subscribe and comment to let me know what was useful to you, or if there were any other things that you picked up on your first time that you would like others to know. But let me know how that first race went. But until then, see you later.